How is all my favorite people doing? I have a very nice recipe to share with you guys today. I hope everyone is doing well. It's a beautiful day and I decide that I'm gonna make something I didn't have for a very long time. So let's show them what we have here, Jess. So guys, I found some Guyana. Let's see. I want to keep you guys in a little bit of suspense. Hassa! Look at that. I like to cook hassa, or I like to eat a good hassa. But to be honest, I don't find good ones. And I went to the store and I see these ones came from Guyana. And I just had to buy them. So let me see. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. We got 11 of them, and I'm gonna put this together nicely and we're gonna make a beautiful curry, hassa curry, with all the trimmings that you put into a hassa curry, like from back home. We're gonna add our green mangoes, our tomatoes, our saijan and moringa, or and our tomato green mangoes, saijan, tomatoes, and coconut milk. So guys, I will take you guys through the step while we're doing this, but I am so excited to have this. So guys, here I have my hassa. They came just like that with all the fins, even the everything was still intact, like just like when you catch them. The only thing, they were frozen. So I had to clean each and every one of them. I wash it with lime and I scrub them good. But what I usually do before I cook this hassa, I like to put them in some salt water. If you notice, I turn the bottom down. That's where I cut the belly part, because I want the salt water to soak into this fish, and I find that way you get a better flavor in the fish when you cook it. So I'm soaking it a little. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna start grating my coconut, and I'm gonna do this. I'm using a fresh coconut, so I'm gonna do this on a sit-down grater, and then I will this is gonna have enough time to soak in the salt water. So here is my coconut. Nice, beautiful coconut. I just break it and I'm gonna grate it now on my sit-down Guyana grater. I can use the blender, but I like to do it on this grater. It takes no time and it comes out nice and fluffy. And I will squeeze the juice out from the coconut. I will squeeze the milk out of the coconut to cook this curry. So here are all my ingredients that I'm adding to this hassa curry. So I have 2 broadleaf thyme, fresh picked from my indoor plant. I have some thyme here, and I'll check these, and it will be the amount will be in the description box below. Freshly picked from my garden as well. I have 2 onions. They are small, so I'm using 2. I have half of a hot pepper. I have 5 cloves of garlic, and I have 6 green onions. I took 3 headless and 3 with heads because I want to really flavor this curry up nicely. So I'm going to put all this in a blender except the onion. I like to cut my onions, and I'll blend all these ingredients up, and then I'm going to be chunking my hassa curry. So I'm gonna start adding my dry spices, and I have in this measuring 1 tablespoon of roasted geera, and I am gonna do the same amount of turmeric powder, a tablespoon of turmeric powder for my my curry, but I'm gonna leave description below for this recipe. And this is my Lala's curry powder. I'm gonna put 3 teaspoons of Lala's curry powder. No, 3 tablespoons, sorry, of Lala's curry powder. And that's it for my dried ingredients. And I'm gonna mix the wet with the dry to make a paste, and I will start cooking this curry. So all that liquid goodness is going in here, and we're gonna make one paste, and it's smelling so nice and hot with that pepper. So we're gonna mix everything up and start the cooking process. So in goes that bowl of goodness. And I'm gonna get all this out. I'm just gonna rinse the bowl to get everything out. And what we're gonna do here, we're gonna cook this until all the spices are infused. And for us to know when the spices are infused, the color will change. And it's gonna change from this yellowish color to a nice brownish kind of looks, or when it starts sticking to the bottom. So I'm gonna cover it for 2 minutes. So I just chopped up my 2 onions while we're waiting for the curry to bunjay a little. I have 3 tomatoes from my garden. I'm gonna nicely slice these up, and we're gonna put these tomatoes into the curry as well. This is gonna add a nice flavor to the fish curry. So let's check that, and I can see that it is changed. The color has changed. You notice that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it changed from that yellowish color to a nice brownish. But what I'm gonna do, I like when it's cooked properly and all the spices are just opening up here right now, and this is gonna add so much flavor. When the spices are heated, it adds more flavor and the aroma in here. I wanted to cook this outside, but it get a little bit dark, and I want to show in the pot while I'm cooking, so I decide I'm gonna do it inside. This is the water from the bowl, and I'm just gonna let it cook again a little bit more. In the meantime, what I want to do here, I'm gonna add some salt, because when you add salt here, it gets evenly distributed into the mixture. And I'm gonna add about 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and if I need to add more, I will do that later, but I'm gonna give this a turn. And this is smelling so good. And I'm gonna add my onions, the 2 onions that I cut up, to cook in with this. So let me add the onion now. You like that smell?
Yeah.
Because you love curry, right?
Yep.
So in goes the onion, and I'll put the tomatoes later because that cooks quicker. And there it is. We're gonna cook this until some of this water content is gone, and then we'll add the fish into here. So I'm gonna cover it back for another minute or so, and then we'll come back and add the fish. Okay, let's check that. And
Whoa.
it is doing nicely here. So see how the color changed and some of the water is gone. So we're gonna put in our hasa now. Oh my god, hasa. So let's put our fish in now.
Favorite part.
And I'm gonna hold one by one. Remember guys, I had this soaking in salt water. Not a lot, but to give a nice flavor to the fish after I cook it. And there they are. I haven't cooked this thing for such a long time. Maybe since last summer, no? Yeah. So we're gonna add all of them into the pot. And we're gonna give this a little turn. Let some of the water from the fish cook out. And these were good hasa. I can tell when they're good or if they're sitting long in the store. They were actually nice. The inside was nice and red inside. So I know they were good fish. So I'm gonna turn this up because we want all this goodness to go into the fish. How is that, Matt?
Smells good.
So I'm gonna cover this, let the natural water from this fish cook, like let it lose its natural water, and then we're gonna let that water cook out. But look how beautiful that is looking. And then we will add all the other ingredients, because I have mangoes, tomatoes, I have moringa or saijan, and ochro, some ochro to add in here. So this is looking good already. It is coming along nicely. And at this point, I don't like to turn it. I like to hold the two sides of it and just shake it around like that, because I don't want to mash it up. This is not an easy fish to mash up, but I'm trying to be very gentle with it. So I'm gonna start adding in my goodies, and here I have some mangoes, and these ones are frozen. When I get good nice mangoes, I like to cut them and freeze them. So I have about 6 pieces. I have my moringa or saijan, as we know it as from back home. And the same thing, when I find them in the store, we will buy them and then cut them up, peel them, cut them up and freeze them, and it goes very nice in fish curry. I really like the moringa or the saijan when it cooked in fish curry. And not last, but I have some ochro. So I have here some nice young ochro, and I froze these as well. When I buy ochro, I will freeze them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm just counting out loud, so because I want to give the right amount of what I'm putting in. And last but not least, I'm gonna add my tomatoes, and I love how this is looking already. Wow, right, Matthew?
Yep.
So look at that, so colorful. So I'm gonna turn this up, and then I'm gonna add the coconut milk, and the coconut milk would add a very nice sweetness to the dish and make a nice creamy kind of curry. I like to add coconut milk in fish curry because it changed that whole fishy taste to a very nice creamy flavor. And the mango is gonna balance and give a nice sourish kind along with the tomato. So this is gonna be such a very good and flavorful dish. So this is already looking so beautiful. I'm gonna add my coconut milk, and I'm adding enough to cook the fish and have some gravy, because in my house we like, when we're eating fish curry, you have enough gravy. So that was 4 cups of coconut milk. So this is gonna be enough to cook the curry, so the fish can boil good and the mango and everything. But I'm gonna cook it on slow. I like to cook it on slow so everything can marry and the ingredients can mix in well. But look how beautiful the liquid is looking already. So we're gonna cover this down and we're gonna let it cook for about 10 minutes before I check it for salt or flavor, and we will let you guys know as we're going along with the process. Oh my God, look how nice this is looking. So I'm gonna try to taste it to see if we have to add anything else. I'm gonna try in a corner that looks like it's not too hot, and I'm just gonna taste this, and from this little bit of liquid I will be able to tell if I have to add anything else. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, so delicious, so creamy. I can taste all that flavor coming through from the moringa and some pepper flavor. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna let some more of this liquid cook out before I plate, because I don't want to take it down with this much liquid. I want the gravy to thicken up a little bit more, but this can eat right now as it is, because I can see the saijan is cooked and the okra is cooked and the mango, look, right here is mashing up. So I know this is done, and I believe the hasa is cooked as well. So I'm gonna let it go down a little bit more of this gravy, and I will plate and let you guys know. So guys, here is my beautiful hasa curry with okra, saijan, green mango, tomatoes, and cooked in coconut milk. It's cooked so nice, the bone is falling off. I can't wait to dig in and let you guys know how this tastes. So here it is, guys. My beautiful hasa curry cooked in coconut milk, tomatoes, green mangoes. I have ochro and I have here saijan, as we know it as, or moringa. And this is so nice for fish curry. Guys, I'm gonna do this test, but when I'm eating hasa curry, I like to eat it with my fingers because I can get to pull off the bones properly and enjoy that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dive in right here. It's super hot. I just finished cooking it. And I'm just putting my pepper for decoration. And I'm gonna take a piece of the ochro. That's how I like to mix it in. And some mangoes, some of the mango. And I will dive in here. So for all my viewers and all my subscribers, please, I'm tasting for you guys. And I'm very excited because this is hasa that came from Guyana. So cheers, guys. Oh my God. So nicely done. Just like how my mom used to make it. And the pepper and the flavor just came of everything, just came right through. Why I like cooking it with coconut milk, it gives a nice thick creamy gravy. And guys, I can't eat the food and don't show the hasa. So I'm gonna take off the bones on the top here. This is how I take it off. Once it's cooked good, you can just pull it off like that.
That looks yummy.
Yeah, and this is hot, so I have to take my time. And then I just pull off the back here, and then I'll work myself down until I get the meat. There's not a lot of meat, but it's a very sweet fish. So guys, please remember to check out the One Guyana Food Festival when the cookbook is out. There's gonna be a lot of good recipe in there for Caribbean cooking, and if you like Guyanese cooking. And to all my viewers and subscribers, if you remember this, I hope you bring back some memory. And for all my Trinidadian viewers, I know this is called cascadoo in Trinidad, and in Guyana we call it hasa. So hope you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You only have to subscribe to one video. Until then, I'm gonna be enjoying my plate of hasa curry. Stay blessed. Good night. Bye.